I see that the jobs crisis around the world is also a skills crisis. It's a crisis in the sense that while 72% of educators believe that the education and training provided to their students leads to employment, only 42% of employers see it that way. It's basically a mismatch between the training that's provided and that's actually in demand from employers.
There is a need for perhaps a regional employment strategy, and there need to be within that bilateral agreements between Australia and New Zealand in relation to each of the countries as to how people who acquire the skills can then get the work experience and then can make the transition into short-term skilled work in Australia, for example.
I think there needs to be an integration. I mean, the reality is that the Pacific is now part of a global, economy, global world and population. So it's important to understand that, Western systems are integrated into our traditional ways of thinking. And I think that's a big part. It's about being able to have both Pacific communities, but the systems become more aware of those intercultural variables or some of those characteristics or differences that exist in those perceptions. So being aware of how Pacific communities view their interactions with education and employment providers and how we then work collaboratively in creating solutions.
I think it's important for policymakers to recognise the realities, including the trend of urbanisation, that young people are going to want to move to urban areas, and when they move, they should bring skills with them rather than turn up in urban centres without skills and without prospects of employment.
The other factor is being able to promote current capacity that does exist in Pacific communities and various skills that we do have in regards to being able to work with a desire to support family. I mean, that's a strength. The desire and having a work ethic is also a strength. And I think being able to work with that particular capacity is something that we should be capitalising on as well.